So way back when, in October, um, our group was to meet their old friend Ulwith in the pastoral village of Orlane in the barony of Farvale in the Gran March, crossroads of trade north of the vast Rushmores. Once there, they found there, after some dilly-dallying in the inn that they were supposed to be meeting at, they found him dead in his room. And while investigating the fact that what he died of, it seemed to have died of some sort of plague that had turned his skin red and splotchy, and also turned him undead while they were looking at him. They fought their old friend, and while investigating, found that his equipment and journal were missing from the room. All the equipment that he had taken, all the stuff that he had found, apparently, while exploring the Rushmores, had disappeared. And after some more investigating, they found that that could only have been taken by the innkeepers, Inez and Hewitt, who, when they went to interrogate them about it or ask them politely what happened, they escaped into a vast underground cavern network. Following the culprits into the caverns, the party was betrayed by one of their own, Hilara, seemingly regretfully. After encountering some overwhelming forces, they regrouped above in town, conferring with their allies, the Constable Ruskin, Priestess Syria Beret, and finding out that the Travanter family was infected with the same disease that had killed their friend. They vowed to pursue the ne'er-do-wells back underground. They camped out in the innkeeper's farmhouse, guarding the cellar door, and while they did so, the village was attacked in the night by some troglodytes, part of the forces that they have fought before in the caverns below. Returning to the cellar in the morning, the caverns were eerily quiet until the last chamber, while they were ambushed by Inez and their former party member Hilara. A ways in, Hewitt joins the fight, but very weakly, and he is clearly infected with the same red splotchy plague. The fight is touch and go, with the sorcerer Algazar going down once, but healed back up by his companions. And that is where we left off before the power went out. So, true cliffhanger. Alcazar had just cast a spell on the vampire Inez, and that is where we will pick up.
Right in the middle of a battle.
Right in the middle of a battle. All right. It was Algazar's turn. Algazar, did you have anything else to do with the bonus action?
I had used my action, my bonus action. I don't have anything for that. So I think instead I will just shout out to my companions. Well, do I see the troglodytes coming in from behind us?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Thank you. That is a 13 total.
13. Yes.
Okay.
You
I will
hear the clackety clack.
I will shout out to my companions. The troglodytes are coming. The troglodytes are coming. Let's try to take Hilara alive. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. All right. I think that goes back to
Rin.
me.
Oh.
Actually, because that was after you, I believe. All right. Inez is gonna... Ooh, there's Rin. Rin, I think Rin just hit her too, didn't he? Okay. So, she turns towards Rin, who has attacked her. Plus, he's all paladin-y. And she's going to try to turn him. All right. One is a miss. The other one is probably a hit with a 25.
Oh, that definitely hits.
All right. The other one was a 1, so that does not hit. All right. She claws at you for 8 points slashing damage.
Okay.
And has you grappled. She is uncannily strong, and she goes in for a bite.
Ooh, this does not feel good.
That is another hit with the bite.
Oh,
Give me
no.
a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, not a problem. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, 12.
Oof. All right. You take an additional 5 points of piercing and 10 points of necrotic damage as she sucks the lifeblood from you.
Oh my god.
Your hit point maximum is reduced by those 10 points of necrotic damage.
So that's not looking good.
Yeah, she's nasty. She's sucking on you. Hewitt is going to try to stab Alcazar. He looks pretty bad. He has disadvantage on his attack. And he somehow still hits a roll of 20 and a 17 on the die.
Hewlett.
Hewlett, you son of a so-and-so.
I was suggesting we try to take him non-lethal, but he's being a dick.
He's going down.
Get off my wife.
She's not your wife anymore, Hewlett, you sick bastard.
As he go ahead and give me another perception check, as he's sort of stumbling around trying to stab you with his shadowy knife, and he hits
19.
you for 19. You see that he has, sort of flashback to when he was serving you cider or wine at the inn. He always had his collar up, and you notice that he's got bite marks, multiple bite marks on him. And he hits you for 5 points plus 7 necrotic.
Oh my god, Hewlett. This is on Alcazar?
Yes.
Oh jeez. Okay.
He may not need to pre-plan so much.
We gotta kill him. Kill Hewlett.
He looks, like I said, pretty bad. That took a lot out of him to just stab you just now. And Halara is going to go after Nima. And she misses Nima. All right. And then the Trogs move up.
Scottish Jeff coming in hot with some advantages. 1, 2,
That would have been great.
an advantage for each of us. Thank you, Jeff.
Those guys move to there.
There's still hope.
Let's see. Nima, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw as you suddenly are assailed by a stench? No, we can't. You're muted.
We cannot hear you.
No, we can't hear you.
Mime it out. What'd you get? Sounds like 3?
2, 3.
3.
Grand total of 3. No.
Oh.
All right. You are assailed by the stench of the troglodytes that you've smelled this before just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Feels like weeks. But you are assailed by this stench that smells like rotting meat, death, fecal matter, and all the nasty stuff all at once. And you are poisoned. You have poison condition.
You want to test your mic, Viv?
I don't like it.
All right,
We can hear you. We can hear you. We like that.
Just in time. All
Just in
right.
time to die.
I don't like it.
Yes, the troglodytes are skittering along the wall. They're pretty quiet, but that stench gives them away and causes you to start gagging. As we move on to Rin.
Oh, okay. So rather than try to actually disengage with her, I'm gonna just try to pierce her as much as I can with this +1 longsword.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna try to do the slice and dice. So,
Get her. You have advantages too, as well, I believe.
oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use that advantage.
All right.
Hell yeah.
16.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate the resub, buddy.
16 for you're going after Inez.
Whichever one just bit me. So
Yeah, Inez, the vamp. 16 just hits her.
oh, nice. Then I'm definitely gonna go ahead and use my divine smite on her.
Mm.
I definitely still have one left, so let's go ahead and do that. Oof, that was painful. So 6 points of damage from that, and another 4. Ow, that was painful. So yeah, so 10 points of damage total for that.
All right. She's looking pretty bad, but she's still going. Anything else?
Hey, steel evil wretch.
She's doing lots of hissing. Anything else from Rin?
No. I mean, since I'm still grappled, I guess that's pretty much my turn. So I'll unless she tries to pull away from me, so I can stab her again. I'll hold tight.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to skip over that because she already went. Han.
All right. After seeing Hewlett stab Algazar, Han is going to whip around and try to smack him with his staff.
Okay.
Here we go. Nine plus 6, 15 to hit.
On Hewitt?
Yeah.
That I believe hits. It does.
All right. So that's. Oh, nice. 7 plus 11 bludgeoning.
Nice.
And then
He's also looking bad.
Fuck it. I'll do flurry of blows.
Hell yeah.
So that gives me 2 more attacks. Should I choose? I'm going to use my advantage for this one. Thanks, Jeff.
Right.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Sweet. That'll hit.
So, whoa, 6 plus 4 is 10 bludgeoning,
Crikey.
and then
He's wobbling.
Come on.
all right. I'm gonna attack him one more time then.
All right.
Oh, only a 5 that time. 11 probably doesn't hit him.
No, does not hit him, unfortunately. All right. Anything else from Han?
No, that is it.
All right. Moving on to Nima.
Come on, Nima.
All right. So, Hilara behind me is grappled, right? Or is she still up the wall?
She's still on the wall. Yeah.
Okay. And I still have like my way, but the troglodytes are right there. So she decides to leave the vampires and Halara to the others right now because the troglodytes are about to smash and try and get past her. Halara still has heat metal on her.
Yeah, give me some damage.
Heat metal is, let me see. You can take a bonus action on each of your later turns to deal this damage again if the object is within range. Okay, so she's gonna use a bonus action to do 2d8 fire damage.
All right.
And D&D Beyond already screwed me over. We're not doing that again. Gotta find a D8.
What's up, Kyle? Thank you so much for the resub, buddy. Great to see you.
All right,
Happy
that is
holidays.
6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. All right. She grits her teeth at that, takes it, still up.
All right, and then I'm gonna. She is going to brace herself and hold her action until the first troglodyte comes close to her.
Okay.
So that she can then
Attack.
That's the word, yes.
All right. All right. You can actually take technically only about 5 feet away. You can attack this one, number 1, right now if you want to.
All right. Actually, problem is now she's poisoned. She has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Mhm.
Actually, all right, screw it. She's gonna cast Lesser Restoration on herself. She's kind of like doing this, and she's gonna remove the poison
Sweet.
from herself and then just brace.
Okay. Excellent.
Come in.
All right. Moving on to Algazar then.
All right. I'm gonna just pray that this works.
Flanked by the 2 innkeepers right now.
Yep. Those bastards. All right, I'm gonna pull out one of the sharpened stakes that I have, spin it around in my hand, and then I'm gonna toss it up in the air above me.
Okay.
And then as it's in the air, I'm going to kind of point up towards it with my fingers outstretched. And with my magical arcane abilities, I'm going to fling it forward towards Inez using catapult.
All right. Is that an attack roll?
Sweet.
No, unfortunately, it's not. It is it's a saving throw, dexterity 15.
All right. If she crit fails this, it will be as if that stake went exactly where you want it to go.
Okay.
So you said it's a dexterity save?
Yeah, dex 15.
All right. Oh, she made this save, unfortunately.
Okay.
Too
Rolled a
bad.
15 on the die.
Let's see. So object strikes. Okay, so the object flies. Da, 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 da. If the object would strike creatures, failed save. This object strikes the target. On a failed save, the object strikes the target. On a successful save, I think nothing happens. I guess I just missed. Okay. And then that's my turn. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I would much prefer that to be a 2-hit spell. That seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
It does a good chunk of damage, though, I'm pretty sure.
If it hits,
Yeah, 3d8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Bad guy's turn. Hewlett is going to try to stab you, Han, with disadvantage. Oh my god! He rolled a 19 and a 20 The die.
Oh, nat 20.
All right. At least he got disadvantage though, right?
So it's not a crit.
Okay.
At least.
Lucky.
So that means you just take the 5 plus 7 necrotic damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to deflect attack,
Sweet.
where I can reduce the non-magical damage by
Okay.
1d10. So, whoa. Oh, that was a 10. So
All right.
technically I can reduce that by 18.
All right. Yeah, it's not magic. It is a necrotic.
Was it only
and
piercing?
physical damage. It's necrotic and physical. Piercing rather.
So I think it says when an attack roll that includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage hits you, you can reduce the attack's total damage. Oh, it's total damage.
There you go.
Whoa, monks.
It's piercing plus necrotic. So it's 5 piercing and 7 necrotic.
Okay, so I negated all of it.
Sweet. You dodged it out of the way last second. Yeah. He coughs on you, and that's all he can do.
Sometimes
Going
that's all
down.
it takes.
Sometimes it's all it takes. All right.
He does have that plague or whatever.
Yeah.
Is he
He
does he have
very
spots?
clearly he does. Yeah, you noticed that.
Oh.
You noticed that last time. All right. Inez looks over her shoulder and looks back at the paladin. The paladin is just too tasty, so she's going to continue to feed.
It's the hat. It's the hat, isn't it?
It's the paladin.
Tastes like
It's
paladin
the taste
and-
of God.
with a hint of doily for some reason. She doesn't understand why that would be. All right.
Sorry, I got bit by a vampire.
And things are stinking.
All right.
Oh, it's getting stinky back there.
Oof. All right. 8 points of slashing damage.
And Rin is down.
Oh no.
no.
Rin is down.
TPK. TPK.
We all started with
Go
potions,
through the-
remember?
You do?
Thanks.
Yeah, you did have or you all have potions.
It's hard to drink a potion when you're down.
Sure is.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Just gotta. That's what she does, and she looks back over her shoulder and the gleam in her eye towards Alcazar, and that is her go. And then Halara. Completely misses. Her heart's not in it, apparently. All right.
She still likes us.
She still likes you. Rin, your turn. Roll me a death save.
So this is the first time I've done this on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey. Maybe I'm getting too much vampire venom in the bite. Maybe not too much. I don't know.
Good to go.
One success.
All right, excellent. All right, back to Han.
All right. I'm getting tired of Hewlett. He's gonna try to smack Hewlett again. Put him down this time,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Get him.
Han did not care for that cough, so he gives the staff a spin and tries to strike Hewlett again. That's 18 to hit.
That hits.
Right. Plus 4. So that's 9 bludgeoning.
All right. How do you do it?
Han will just kind of twirl the staff and come down again and just smack him right across the forehead.
All right. You hear a
just-
sickening
yeah.
crack, and he topples to the ground. His umbral dagger disappearing, and he just collapses. He's a pale heap on the ground.
Let me just check one thing. So many abilities. Would a bonus action count as a utilize action?
They're
I don't know what the
different-
wording is with the new 2024.
What are you trying to do?
Utilize my healer's kit to try to bandage up Dave with a bonus action for Algazar.
Got it.
But I don't know if a utilize is a full.
Yeah, utilizes its own thing, is its own action.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
All right. So I can't do that. So he's just gonna twirl around and kick Inez in the back of the head.
Sweet. Just as she turns around to show off toward Dagazar.
Yep.
Gets her foot in the
Big
face.
spinning kick. Hopefully. Let's go. Let's do this. Might have just made it. Unarmed strike. Ooh, no, I think I missed. I can't add tonight. 14 to hit.
That will miss, unfortunately. Do you have any more advantage?
All
on
right.
that? Oh, Jesus.
No more advantages. I used it already, Jeff.
All right.
Thanks.
Anything
Any more
else?
then? No. No, I'm done.
All right. All right. Inez didn't like that, and you took down Hewitt. So she's going to turn her attention towards you.
Ooh, pandering to the chat works. Jeff, thank you. It's very generous of you. I don't know if it's going to save us from a TPK, but it's still very nice.
Let's see. She goes to strike you with her claws. It is a 12, probably misses,
That misses.
and a 17.
That misses too.
That does miss. All right.
Mhm.
Sweet. Excellent. That she cannot grab you to bite
You're
you.
a very Dexy monk.
So you're good. You're good. Hey, Laura. Laura misses you again. All right. That was the bad guys. Rin, go ahead and give me another roll, please.
Yes, sir. Oh, not as good that time.
Oh,
One success, one fail.
all right. Keeping us on our toes. Han, there we go again.
It's my turn again?
Yeah.
What about
Oh
Algazar?
my God.
Did I not get a turn?
No, you go. It goes Han, Nima, Algazar.
Oh, no. Well, didn't I just go? All right. Never mind.
You went
He's
and-
going to attack Inez.
Yeah, I
He's
think
going
Nima.
for it.
Nima and I missed our turns.
I'm
maybe.
sorry.
Oh,
Then-
yeah.
Nima, how'd that happen? All right. Nima. We can't.
We can't hear you
Hear
again.
you. We have a
Point to the bad guy on the screen.
Swinging an axe. I see an axe being swung.
I see an axe. Cone of silence. No, still in the cone of silence.
All right. Do you hear something?
There we go.
Yep.
Yes.
I swear, it's like it keeps picking different than it should.
Yeah, your mic is kind of failing you, I think.
I got another one, but I have to connect it first. So I'll do that once it's not my turn no more. All right. So the troglodytes move between me waiting for them and it's being my turn again.
No, they have not. They're staying where they are for some reason.
They're staying where they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then in your world, do you have to drink the healing potion or does it go through the skin?
You have to drink the healing potion.
Then,
but you can do it as a bonus action if you want.
Yeah. The question is more, how high up is Halara?
Halara she's still within striking distance. So she's like 5 feet above
Right.
Rin. Or you.
So that means if I move over to Rin, she will get in a...
Attack of
No,
opportunity.
because you'll still be within range, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And since she got heat metal on, wasn't there? Doesn't object does disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay. So she got disadvantage anyways. So she's gonna take the couple of steps backwards.
Well, if you want to just get to Rin, is that what you want?
Yeah, I just want to take
You're
a
not-
couple steps backwards.
You wouldn't be moving out of her. You would still be in her threatened range, and you only
Alright.
get attacked if you move out of her threatening range.
All right, so I'm not moving out. I'm just moving a couple of steps back, and I'm going to use my bonus action to feed Ren the healing potion
Dig it.
that I have, which the normal
I feel
healing potion.
I feel like clerics practice that. You know.
Yeah.
Practice the old
It's
potion.
2d4 plus 2 if you want to roll that for yourself. Yeah, you can't blame me. Like, probably not even really looking, just
Just-
touching where the mouth is and just pouring it in. Like massaging the throat.
Rin's having a bad day.
Hey, what did you roll? Did you roll yourself 2d4 plus 2
But
for your health?
2d4 plus 2 for Rin. Yeah, roll it up.
Yeah,
Rin.
for your healing potion.
Do I have one in my inventory that I can use? Yes. D4 plus 2. Why is it not working? Okay, for some reason it's not doing it, so I'm going to try an owlbear.
This one I want to blame on you. But while
It
he's
very well could be.
doing, I'm gonna use my action since I already have my hand on him. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. I'm
Excellent.
gonna add 2d8 plus 2 to the top of that.
All right, so
2d8
I got
plus
4 plus whatever your spell comes out as.
So
that
4 plus
is
2.
15.
Okay, awesome.
So I just rolled up 13 plus 2.
Sweet.
So, and then she's done.
All right.
Bonus action, movement. Ta-da!
Yes. Rin, back from the dead. Rin.
Jack in the box.
And you'll go right after Algazar.
Okay,
Which is-
excellent.
Algazar.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing. So please roll a dexterity save 15 as I try to
Dexterity
catapult a wooden stake into Inez.
save. All right. She rolled a
Is that
1.
good?
Oh shit! Is that a critical?
That is
That's
a critical
yeah.
fail. Please
Holy shit.
describe how you take out Inez with this.
Oh shit! All
Cockamamie
right, cool. I thought you beat it again. All right,
Just
all right.
rolled a 1.
Yeah, same thing. Just pulls the wooden stake out, kind of tosses it gently up into the air, and as it sort of like rights itself with the sharp point facing Inez, just launches it forward, just kind of like pushing his hand towards her, and it pierces right into her chest and buries itself into her heart and sends ripples of energy across her body.
The strike hits her in the chest, right in the heart. She stumbles back a few feet, her eyes open in shock, and as she looks down at the stake, and she can't believe what's just happened, and she looks at you and hisses one last time and falls over.
I told you that
again.
I would kill you, bitch. And then I'm gonna draw my scimitar and kneel down in front of her and start to hack at her neck. I'm gonna cut her head off.
Please watch the previous stream to see that he actually did say that. So, you all watch Algazar just go completely feral on Inez's body.
I'm strangely comfortable with it.
I guess you have to be at this point.
Yeah. Rin, your turn.
All right. So we're trying to somewhat subdue Ilaria.
That would be
Hilaria.
that would be my hope, but I mean she's our friend.
Okay.
Just try to stab her a couple times.
I'm gonna try to do like some, maybe some crippling damage to her with a spear.
Yeah, you can do non-lethal melee attacks.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to do some non-lethal with the spear. So
Do it up.
oof. I miss her. I'm trying to be so kind that I actually completely miss her.
Not that non-lethal.
It's extremely non-lethal.
Yeah, just
Oh.
just don't forget that she has like disadvantage on attack rolls and ability rolls because
Yeah.
she
Yep.
has not taken off the armor that the heat metal is on.
Yep.
So
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Rin?
That's gonna be all for me this time.
Okay.
It's been a big round.
It has, yeah. Han.
Andy, you're
now you're
muted.
muted.
Now you're muted.
I have passed on the curse.
Hannes is going to jump around Algazar, hacking Inez to pieces, and he's going to come over here and pull something out of his belt, a pouch on his belt, and chuck it at Halara. This will be a dart,
Sweet.
one of his monk weapons.
Going for lethal damage or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal. I don't think I can kill her with a dart, but I'll just say that right off the bat, just in case. You know what the heck? I'll use one of my advantages. Thanks, Jeff.
Sweet. You know,
Oh, nat 20 and a 2. So,
nice. All right. That is a crit non-lethal.
So are we doing double dice?
Up to you. You call beforehand.
I'll do double dice.
Okay.
Only rolled 2 2s. Plus 4. So that's 8 non-lethal piercing damage.
8 points.
Aiming for a nerve, I guess. In the
Yes,
shoulder.
yeah. You're going for like,
And
pin her like a butterfly.
so the because I have weapon mastery on that, the Vex property of the dart will give me advantage on my next attack.
Yes.
So I'm going to race over there and try to grapple her off the wall.
Yeah.
Is she on the wall
Whatever.
still?
She's on the wall, but she's still within striking range. Yep.
Okay, so I believe that's for... why can't I find a grapple now? Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Unarmed strike. Okay, so she must succeed a dex or strength saving throw. And my DC is 8 plus 16. DC 16.
16. Let's see. That's a maybe. She fails.
All right.
I
So
won.
she is currently grappled.
All right. Where's your? There you go. You're over here then. Would have piled up. Okay. Excellent. Nima.
All right. So the only thing we have to worry about right now is the troglodytes, right?
Roll me perception check.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. All right. That's a 16.
16. You notice that the trogs are hanging on to the wall. Han, give me a Constitution saving throw as you walk into that area. You smelled the trogs.
Nasty.
I rolled a 14 plus 3, 17.
You're good.
Okay.
You just gag a little bit. It doesn't affect your actions. But you do notice that the Nima, you notice that the troglodytes have stopped moving forward, and they're looking into the cavern. They're looking at Inez, and you see that as soon as she went down, and they see Algazar doing what he's doing, they all seem to have stopped, and they're slowly. They seem to be considering whether to flee or not, but they're not moving forward anymore. They seem very hesitant now.
So it probably, as she knows, is saying, she went down. I don't think they really want to attack us anymore. And then behind me, what is Al doing with an S? Grappling?
Algazar, you look back and Algazar is sawing her head off.
Sawing her head off. And what about her fake husband?
Hewlett is a pile. He has not moved in a couple of rounds.
Okay. So, Nima is going to try and scare off the troglodytes.
Okay.
She's going to try and use Sacred Flame, but she's kind of going to just do it in the middle, just in the middle of the troglodytes, just to see if she can scare them off by kind of, that bright light.
Ooh, fire scary.
Yeah, so she's going to use her Sacred Flame cantrip and just...
Okay, give me an intimidation roll with advantage.
She should be better at intimidation than +1, to be honest. I should have considered that. It's like her personality.
She's
Actually, I'm going to use my advantage on that.
All right, do it up. Well, you already have advantage.
Huh?
You already have advantage. I gave you advantage already.
Yes. All right.
You don't have to use up a...
All right. Hold on. That's actually not bad. That's a 14 to 15, so it's a 16.
16?
Yes. Maybe she will say, shoo!
All right. Do you speak any other languages other than Common?
Let me see. I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Giant. So, maybe she said, maybe she's like saying like a Dwarvish Giant Common mix up of get the hell out of here, some kind of gibberish.
Excellent. The troglodytes look at you and see your Sacred Flame and this nearly 8 foot tall giant to them saying some gibberish that they don't understand. They look past you and they start moving back slowly along the walls away from you. All right, Algazar.
I am severing the head from Inez.
You have done it so.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Hewlett. What's his situation? What does he look like?
He looks dead.
I'm gonna go over and kind of push back his lips and look to see if he's got fangs in his mouth.
He does not have fangs.
All right.
Give me a perception check while you're doing what you were doing just a second ago.
Okay. I'm gonna use advantage if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Thank you, Jeff. Oh, that sucks. Either a 2 or a 4. I'll go with the 4. Sorry, Jeff. I screwed that up.
That's all right. All right. You cut her head off. You look over at Hewlett. You check his mouth. He does not have fangs. He does appear to be infected with this plague, whatever it is. And you know the results of that. You don't know whether he's been fully infected enough because that didn't kill him, obviously.
Yeah.
Your party killed him.
Sure.
But he is definitely
Thanks,
dead
Jeff.
at the moment.
I'm gonna use my action now that I have Inez's head. I'm gonna use my bonus action to put her head in the satchel that I have, and then I'm gonna take out a stake and I'm gonna plunge it into Hewlett's chest.
Okay.
And try to stake him through the heart, basically.
Sure. All right, you're staking through the heart.
Yep. Okay.
Dig it.
And then I'm gonna turn around and say, Hilara, stand down. It's over. Help us end this curse. You don't need to die here. That's
You say that you seem to grab her attention when you with your words, and she looks in your direction. She's still stuck to the wall. She's being grappled by Han, and the whole party's basically gathered around her. And she looks over at Inez, and you see like her relax, like her whole body sort of goes limp. She hangs her head and she falls off of the wall, landing on the ground.
I will walk up to where Han has her grappled and just kind of stand over the top and just say, it's over. Hilara, please. And that's my turn.
All right. At that, we will come out of initiative unless you wanted to chase the troglodytes, because it appears that Nima has intimidated them between Inez being killed and Nima's intimidation. They appear to be fleeing.
All right. You said Hewlett is dead? Or is he
Hewlett?
unconscious?
Hewlett appears to be dead, and now he's got a
dead.
stake through his heart, so he's double dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and just make really sure and go ahead and take his head off too.
Okay, you take Hewlett's head off. Rin, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yes.
While he's doing that, I'm going to tell Al, don't forget to, drench your satchel in holy water, just in case.
13.
13. All right. You start cutting his head off. You do note that he is red splotches all over him. That as you start doing that, you see that he's pretty far along, further along than he was, earlier the day before.
He looks like Ulwith did.
Close. He's getting there. You take his head off, and you now have the two innkeepers' heads off their bodies. You note in the room, as I described before, along the back wall, not pictured on the map, but along the back wall is full of stuff, most of which looks like adventuring gear, but not just like a single person's adventure gear. It looks like multiple sets of packs and adventuring kits, sort of strewn along the back wall.
Can Nima move up to both bodies and pour holy water over both of them, like disinfectant?
Sure, absolutely.
And while she does that, she wants to peer down that extra tunnel that goes out of there, just to make sure there's nothing crawling out of there right now. Because she's
no, you
still
look down it.
about a master.
Yeah. You look down that tunnel, and there it appears to sort of get too narrow for anybody to proceed much more beyond 15 feet or so.
So it's another tractor-light tunnel, basically.
Does Hans still have Halara pinned at this point?
That's up to Han. Halara is gone limp. Like, she's not resisting you anymore.
Yeah. Han, do you still have her pinned at this point?
He's going to keep her grappled and move. He can move up to half his movement with her. So he's just going to kind of pull her, kind of lead her, pull her into the cavern more, and then kind of like release her at that point if she's not fighting.
No. You notice that when you get her there, she's sobbing quietly.
As Han releases her, I will kneel down in front of her as she's sitting up against the wall of the cave and put my hand on her shoulder and just squeeze her, and then sort of like with my other hand, I'll just sort of like lift her chin so she's looking at me so I can look her in the eye and just say, "Are you okay?"
It will be. I'm not okay.
What happened?
She shows you where she had been bit.
Was it Inez?
Yes.
I want a medicine check that one.
Okay, medicine check.
Make sure that, because you can probably tell if it's an active infection or if, it's an infection and the vampire is dead, is what I'm guessing. I have a +4 in medicine. And nope. I rolled a 2. That's a 6.
You can roll me a religion check for different information.
All right, yes, I will do that too, even though I'm not as good as that. But that's an 11. Maybe she's a little too, yeah. Oh, she dropped the heat metal, by the way, at the end of the...
Right. Yeah. She stopped wincing at her own armor. You guys see the metal studs go from a bright orange to back to their normal color.
Al didn't burn his fingers when he put his,
Yeah.
She was doing the medicine to see if, there was anything that could infect Al, but she kind of screwed that up. And her religion check was kind of, I'm guessing, just...
Your religion check tells you that she's not a vampire. She was probably a vampire familiar. But with an 11, that's about all you know about that topic.
Rin comes up and he takes off his helmet. My friends, I should probably be checked as well.
Right, yes, let's do that.
Were you bitten?
Yes, and as bit me as we were struggling.
Oh, that's right.
Did Al get bitten too?
No, I'm fine.
Alcazar got, I believe, last session you did get your hit points. She did bite you.
Yeah, but I'm not telling anybody that. I'm fine.
Okay. Fog of War. Give me a Rin. You can actually give me a religion check too.
Okay.
Being a paladin and all.
Got a grand total of 11 on that one.
All right. You know the same as Nima. That you've been bitten. Yes. Your hit point total is reduced currently, because that's the one of the part of the vampire curse. You were never turned into anything a familiar because you didn't have time to do that, and you know that it takes more than just being bitten once to turn into a vampire.
Okay.
So you are messed up by the curse.
I do ask Nima if she has some extra holy water.
I think she has a bunch because we made a bunch. So
yeah.
she will probably just pour holy water on it and say, if you have any scratches, go ahead and pour some holy water on it just in case.
All right. Do the same. Pour the little cask of it and
feels delicious. Tastes delicious.
We might as well
Halara's-
take a shower in it later.
So while all of this is happening, I'm having a conversation with Halara,
yeah.
and I want to ask her about how she feels now that she is no longer, now that Inez is dead. Like, do you still feel a connection to this creature?
She says, "No."
Was it controlling your mind?
Yes,
Is that why you attacked us?
of course. I wouldn't just do that.
Look,
She-
Halara, Inez said something about a master. Something greater than her. Do you feel that presence given your connection to Inez?
Not anymore.
Good.
She could see through me. It was strange. She could see through me. She knew what I was doing. She knew what you were doing. At all times, I think she has a connection or had a connection with her master, but I don't have that connection. She goes over to actually, she stays where she is, but she says, she points to the body and she says, check the back of her neck.
Han, check the neck.
Yeah. Han will go over and kind of like roll her head around.
There's no head.
There's no head, but the back of the neck.
There's
right-
no head.
Yeah. But you can see the back of the neck on her corpse there's a tattoo below, like right at the hairline, right where maybe the head was severed off, and it looks like reveal this. Looks like that.
You bloody scarlet crimson hand.
When
Do
Han
we know it?
recognized this symbol at all,
Give me
or this
a
mark?
history check.
That was horrible. That was a 2.
No.
Yeah.
It's safe to say that Han does not.
He didn't pay much attention in class.
Can I roll for it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Anybody that sees it can roll for it. Roll history check.
That is a 14.
14. This is vaguely familiar with the history of the area you're in and the fact that you were just fighting a vampire. It jogs your recollection. This could stand for the surname or the given name of someone who used to be very prominent in this area by the name of Kas, the Bloody Handed.
So the others would probably hear her mumbling that, thinking, this is like, this reminds me, is this for the Bloody Hand dude? You know, Cass the Bloody Hand? Wasn't there a dude that called himself the Bloody Hand here?
What do I know about the cast, the Bloody Hand?
Give me a history check with advantage.
Okay. Wow. Okay, 1 and
A little focus on
6.
Halara.
You say a 1 and a 6?
Yep.
You're not quite sure. It sounds vaguely familiar, but
I don't know. Probably
Rin.
something.
What about you other two? Have you heard of the?
Yeah, Rin and Han can give me a history check.
History,
Yes.
not my strongest subject, but I'll roll for it.
Maybe you.
You're talking about yesterday, or because I got a 10.
A 10.
I rolled a nat one, minus one.
Excellent.
Oh.
Nobody paid attention in class. Right?
I don't think Han even heard you.
I'm busy.
Hilara,
Make me feel better.
Hilara, she says, "I think that's a tattoo of their master. She called him Cass."
I think that was a dude that called himself the Bloody Hand.
What else did she tell you about this Cass, Hilara?
That's why they were here. They were here under orders to keep an eye out for adventurers coming out of the Rushmores.
Why the Rushmores?
Did they ever say where he was, this Kaz? Is he nearby?
No, I don't know where he is. She would speak to him, but it was all in her head. I mean, she could have made him up for all I know, but I don't think that's the case.
Did they say specifically what they were trying to find from the Rushmores? Because our companions are out there now.
Your companions?
Yes.
Jose, after Han is done kind of uncovering that mark on the back of the body, he's going to just kind of continue to kind of like pat her down and just see if there's anything on Inez's body that might give some more information or...
Give me a investigation.
All right.
Yes, our companions Gwenders and Freda are out there.
Ooh, I actually rolled well that time. Let's see.
She
17 for investigation.
17 for investigation. About the same time that Hilara looks over, you look over at the same direction because you note that Inez doesn't really have anything on her of note other than, she was wearing that choker that covered her bite mark. Other than that, she has nothing that stands out. But as you're doing that, you look over and you notice a familiar pack. You notice Ulwith's pack along the wall with a bunch of other stuff that I mentioned before.
Okay, Han will just point that out to everybody.
And Hilara sees it around the same time and says, Ulwith might know more. Right. You all know that Ulwith was obviously an expert on the Rushmores, and he was there a lot for some reason.
And his journal page was missing. Maybe it's with this stuff.
Many of his journal pages,
Han, check it out, please.
Yeah, Han will go over and grab the pack and just open it up and see what he can find.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to try to get as much information out of Hilara as I can if she knows anything more about what they were after.
And I want to look through the other stuff, see if we can find more clues in like the adventurer stuff. Maybe a letter from the master or anything.
All right. You notice, you look through his pack, through Ulwith's pack. You find some more little artifacts that he clearly found in the Rushmores. This is where they were, and you also find his journal pages, which are on the map currently right there.
Should we read it out for...
You may read it out if you wish. Yep.
All right. More of the same ground fog we encountered last week. The stuff is pernicious. Can't see our feet, and moving any faster than a crawl poses the risk of twisting an ankle or worse, falling into a bog pond like Wenders did last week, or like I did multiple times. The stuff burned the first layer of any exposed skin right off, and he was only in there for only a few seconds. You're all taken to stepping more mindfully. That was Patchwell 7. 576 is that our year right now?
Yes, this was last month.
All right. Patch 9. Woke up to an unnaturally thick fog. Could barely see my hand with my arm outstretched. I could not see Gwender's nor Freda's tent, and we had to call out to find each other. Gwender's wanted to move on as the fog was not clearing after breaking fast. We got moving, but slowly. When the fog cleared, we were off our intended path by over a mile. Hatchwell 12. This is the furthest we've been into the interior. We took most of the day building our peat lodge. Place is getting colder by the day. Still no new telltale landmarks of Icrathian structures. The 13th. Got into some chilling mist, and we were forced to double back to our lodge and start a fire before our noses froze off. Very unseasonal. The 15th. We're being trailed. I caught a glimpse of one of them, and I think it's the Blood Buzzard tribe, given where we are. Heard of these guys, but never seen one up close. The 16th. Made contact with scouts of the Blood Buzzard tribe. Luckily, between Freda and myself, we could fumble through and understand their odd dialect of Flan. We were told in no uncertain terms that we could not travel to the southeast. When asked for a reason, they told us that if we did, we would not be allowed out. The 17th. As the sun set today, a most unusual yellowish fog rolled in. It reeked of rotting flesh and vegetation and left Freda and Gwenda retching for nearly an hour. I was barely better off. On the 18th, we see something. It looks like a hillock in the distance. It could pass for any other hill in the moors, save for the faintest green light emanating from the crest. And the 19th, just as the strange hillock appeared to be only a few miles away, a small patch of pink-red fog seemed to seek us out. All that fog is not... The dense fog reduced our visibility, but worse, it felt like pins and needles across our bodies. This supernatural mist was certainly suffused with necromantic magic. As we all felt weaker, our steps were ever more sluggish as we approached the base of the hill. It finally dissipated, a darker shade of red than when it arrived. We made camp. Oh no, did it suck some of their blood out? The 20th, they got Freda. As we broke camp, no longer hampered by the thick fog, Freda, I mentioned still weak from the night before, stumbled into a shallow bog. That's when we saw them, the wrinkled faces just under the water's surface, covered by rushes, turned in our direction. We fought them off, but they took Freda in the end. Gwenders and myself barely making it to the hilltop. This area, this hill, I feel the wrongness in my bones. On the 21st, the hill was no hill after all, but rather the top of a ruined tower. The entire edifice has sunk into the moor over the course of centuries. The green light is emanating from within. After some poking around, it seems as if with some work, we can expand upon the crack in the dome of the tower and make our way inside. It took us the better part of the day to expand the crack enough to enter. But what a sight! The tower is many stories tall with an open central shaft surrounded by balconies containing alcoves, each alcove flanked by statues, and the wide edifice is slightly canted at a slight angle. However, it is the statue that rises up the center of the tower that defies credulity. Its feet are covered by water, but the thing is at least 5 stories tall, and its skull-like visage, its staff in hand, I can only imagine it depicts Vecna himself. Gwenders has finished tying off our ropes, so we are off. The 23rd. Gwenders is gone. I'm out. The tower's guardians are varied and dangerous. The alcoves hold rooms, accessed via puzzle doors, each different than the last. We picked up a number of trinkets, and I wager they're of Icrathian origin, draconic script with Euroflan iconography. The last chamber contained an alchemy lab of some sort, with various strange metal vials containing liquids and powders, and shelves of scrolls and tablets with what appeared to be notes regarding said vials. We weren't able to grab or make copies of those notes before Gwenders did something that seemed to set off some kind of defense. The creature was nothing I've seen before. I barely made it out to tell the tale of my brave companions and what we found. I feel sick to my stomach.
The rest of the journal is either blank pages or just sort of illegible scribblings. It looks like he might have tried to write some more on the way back to Orlane, but the 23rd of Patchwall matches up with about the time that it would have taken him a few days to get back to Orlane. Picking up where.
But didn't we thought the two came back? Wasn't that something that we thought that they made it back here, or did
you assumed that they had made it back, but nobody ever saw them?
clear.
no ever see them?
Yeah.
Nobody ever saw them in town, and he came into the inn by himself.
So I guess we know what happened to Gwenders and Freda.
Yeah.
But what is the connection with this vampirism?
Multiple colored fog. Alchemy lab. That's just when they set off a trap, maybe he caught something.
That still
Whoever
doesn't explain this master of vampires, this curse that's been afflicting Inez and Hewlett.
No.
With the reading that you just did and your knowledge of Ulwith's quest, he would always chat with you about what he's found, what he's looking for. He was a history buff. You may all roll now with us new information. You may roll history again with advantage. Everybody.
Everybody's scrunching. Think. All right.
That's a 10 for Han.
I got a 17.
14.
11.
All right. All right. Between a 14 and a 17, you know that this. First off, the stuff that he's been looking for, the Urflan ruins, the Krathian Empire, that's also known in common parlance as the Occluded Empire. The Occluded Empire was ruled by Vecna for hundreds of years, thousands of years, you're not sure. But it is thought to have been located, or at least the capital and the major cities within what is now the Rushmores. And it's been not there for over 2,000 years. That is a lot of what Ulwith had been looking for, stuff from that era. And also, it's obviously a draw for adventurers intrepid enough to go into the Rushmores. And anybody making it out of the Rushmores and passing through a place like Orlane and maybe a tavern like the Frothy Mug that successfully found things from the Rushmores would probably have found could have possibly found significant items from Vecna's empire.
That old fool. He should never have gone in there by himself, even with Freda and Gwenders. That's not enough. He should have known better. I'm sure we can now assume that whatever this master's motivations are, they know just as much as we do. Perhaps even more, if they've already set out for this place.
Is there any sign of like the items? Like he said, he recovered a number of trinkets.
Yeah, you can find a few things as you spend some time looking through this cave and the belongings here. You find a few things. You find the trinkets. If you recall, he had sold the family a pin, like a cloak pin that was from there. He's got a bunch of other trinkets very similar. He's got a dagger that seems to have been something he found there, because it's like nothing you've seen before. Like all these items have intricate workings and Urflan iconography that you've never seen before, so it's pretty easy to identify. He's got maps in his pack in addition to the journal entries. He's got very detailed maps of where he went, what he has found in the past, and this recent find. He seems to have been looking for either a significant structure or part of the city, the capital, perhaps it was rumored to be in the Rushmores. And it seems like he found at least this tower that belonged to that era. And you also find, not in his stuff, you find Inez and Hewitt's belongings down here, and you find the logbook that you might have, that Nima was looking for in the tavern but didn't find. It is a log of different adventures that have passed through the frothy mug and what befell them, what they brought out. It's in like an inventory list of what they brought out of the Rushmores, what they found, what they brought out, and what they were able to take from them after they've killed them. And it appears that they had set up their operation here. You could, adding 2 and 2 together from all the things that you see written here, it appears that they had set up their operation here and had been doing just that. They had been eyes and ears for this Cass, the Bloody-Handed, to grab, to basically get intel on whatever's coming out of the Rushmores and grab any potentially interesting artifacts for this master. With a 17, Nima, you put together that this Cass, the Bloody-Headed, you finally remember where you heard that name. Cass the Bloody-Handed was Vecna's lieutenant during the period in the Empire, and they had a famous falling out. Which ended up with Vecna losing an eye and a hand. That story is fairly well known, but now you put a name to that. You're like, oh yeah, that story. That's what that story is all about.
Definitely shared that all around, while we're thinking.
Then there's only one thing that we can do then. I don't know if we're in any state to do it now, but we must stop this Cass, the Bloody-Handed, from regaining the powers hidden within that temple, within that tower. I think we should go there and do whatever we can to destroy that entrance, to ensure that no one else can get in there to flood it or to hide it somehow. And if Cass and his minions are there, then certainly we should put them down. I mean, is there another option that any of you see?
You also found the vials that he mentions at the end of his journal piece, and those. Sorry, the important. This is sort of pertinent. Those vials contain that red powder that when you killed Ulwith the second time, when his undead corpse rose, and you exploded his head, the red powder looks very similar to what's in these vials. Some of these vials.
As harmed and beleaguered as we are, I still believe we should probably march forward and definitely close off that entrance to that tower, and also commandeer those vials and destroy them if we need to.
Yeah, we should probably have the constable send somebody down here to get all this adventuring gears so that they can figure out who was killed and send their kin letters.
And there's still the issue with the troglodytes as well, but as you recall, the constable said he had no men or other warriors to send. We are it. I do not feel...
They didn't want to attack us, They didn't want to attack us.
Perhaps we should carry anything of value out of here and then seal the place again. I don't think we need to carry all of this up. Some of this we can... Hold on a second. Some of this we can leave behind. This is not of value. Take what we can and then seal the entrance to this place. If we need to, we can... If we make it back from the Rushmores, and that's no guarantee, we should all go into this with our eyes wide open. There is no guarantee that any of us will return.
I was trying to avoid having to carry it all by myself, but oh, well.
We should also check and
don't-
see if there's anything of mystical or magical quality. Perhaps someone else was onto the same clues that we've been following, and had something that could aid us in our fight against this evil.
Hilara pipes in. She says, Hewitt had gotten infected, obviously, and he had been looking through the notes that you just read, hopeful to find something that could perhaps cure this. The communication that they had with their master seemed to imply that was a possibility if they were able to get back to the lab that's mentioned in these in Ulva's papers.
But just another reason that we must go to this tower then to find this cure, perhaps.
Yeah.
Rin, are you able to use detect magic? Do you have that spell?
No, I do not have that as an ability. My goddess does not provide that to me at this time.
She's a fickle goddess.
I can use identify as a ritual and as a normal spell, but for that we would have to find something first.
Right. Well, I don't intend to waste my time sorting through people's belongings. If there's something of value, that looks to be of value, let's take it, but...
Well, let's just see how much we can carry. I mean, she is pretty big. And strong.
Renar is fairly strong as well, so he takes several packs.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to high grade and just look through stuff quickly to find things that look like they're valuable.
Yeah, you can easily go through the packs, spend some time looking through the packs. You can get a new pack if you want to, since yours has a bloody head in it. You can get a nice shiny pack from some previous adventurer. You can basically get the equivalent of any of the adventure starting packs. You can also find a good amount of gold and other sort of gems and such that were stolen from adventures, you would imagine. And yeah, you can grab whatever seems valuable. That won't be a problem. And take it out. As far as troglodytes, you only saw 4 of them. Whereas before you had seen probably over a dozen, and you took out a few, more than a few. They seem to have been obviously sensitive about their egg clutch, which you guys threatened the first time you were here, and they also seem to have been, if not taking orders from Inez, sort of subservient to Inez, because they stopped coming when it looked like Inez was about to go down, and when she went down, they left. So it didn't seem like they wanted any of that heat after what you did.
Well, and if we seal up the entrance, then that will protect the people of the town, at least for a time. So let's do all that stuff we just said.
All right. Excellent. You grab all the gear that looks valuable. What are you doing with Inez's head and Hewlett's head?
The head's coming with me. Inez's head is coming with me.
Excellent. You head on out. One other thing you did find in the corner was the body of what appears to be a young man that was dressed like a commoner. That
does he fit the description of the cook?
He does.
Yeah.
He's got bite marks all over him too.
We should probably, if we can, bring his body up with us.
Should we not stake him and remove his head just to be sure?
Or he's dead, way dead.
Let's make sure that we show this to the constable and the priestess, so that they're aware of what we just dealt with.
Excellent. All right, you take the body, you take the items, the packs, whatever looks valuable, and you're able to make it out of the caverns without any more confrontations with the troglodytes. Assuming you leave their egg clutch alone, and you're able to make it back out of the farmhouse and make your way back to the. I imagine you're going back to the church, the Temple of Beret.
Yes.
All right. It's still mid morning at this point, and you make it back, haggard, bloodied, with a bloody pack on your back, to the temple, where the town is still there. And in fact, as you approach, one of the lookouts sees you, and the gates are opened as you approach the temple, alerted to your presence. People come out, and Siri is, at the head of those folk.
As they approach, I'm going to take the Inez's head and just roll it down onto the ground in front of Siri at her feet.
Okay. She looks down at it. She looks down up at you. You had told her you had told her what you suspected, right?
Oh yeah.
She looks down, pretty unperturbed, and with her toe of her boot, she like kicks up the mouth to see if there's fangs, and then
vampirism, as we surmised.
She just shakes her head. Hard to believe, but there it is.
Believe it. This one has been put down. This one has been put down, but there are potentially others. There is a master still on the loose.
In this town?
We don't think in town. We believe the town to be safe for the moment, although the plague will continue to pose a challenge for those who have been exposed to it. We think we may have a lead on some sort of cure for it.
Cure where? How? What did you find?
This is a lot of questions. For now, just rest assured that we are going to try to get to the bottom of it. You should take care of these people. And you, Constable, is the Constable in this group?
Yeah, the Constable the Constable comes out as well.
Constable. The entrance to the catacombs beneath the house of Inez and Hewlett needs to be completely sealed. All of the
right, we can do that.
Barriers between the buildings and the old catacombs should be double checked and checked again.
We're on it. Yep, we're on it. So, you took out Inez, did you? She was a vampire, eh?
Indeed.
Well, shit.
Her husband, Hewlett, on his way to becoming something as well, although maybe just a thrall. Our friend Hilara, affected by this terrible disease. We intend to press on once we're ready, healed and provisioned.
Right, well,
to the Rushmores, where we think we might be able to find some sort of cure.
We also recovered the body of that missing cook. The man that had gone missing. He was down there.
Yeah, that's him right there. I'll point to the body.
Just wondering what that sack was.
He'll need a burial.
Siri calls some of her acolytes, and they come retrieve the body and take it around back. Constable Ruskin says, well, I'll gather a few able-bodied men now that you've cleared the place. There's no rush, right? We'll just we'll get to covering up that entrance, making sure that's sealed up real good.
Yes, there are still troglodytes in the catacombs, but they are few and should pose no trouble once those entrances are sealed.
Oh, good work, good work.
And be careful with that young man's body. There goes the finest short order cook this town has ever seen.
The whole time Hilara's sort of been at the back of your group, her eyes downcast, just sort of quiet and you sense sort of a sense of shame. And you note that Siri has noticed her, but hasn't said anything yet. And she says, she hears what you say, and then she says, "Well, let's get you healed up then." And she waves you in. As you walk past her, she stops you, Alcazar. And she grabs your hand and looks up at your eyes, and then looks down at your hand. And you see that she is looking at a little blotch of red. That's not any of the blood you've just spilled.
I will just sort of like take note of it and retract my hand from hers and pull my sleeve down to cover it up. And then I'll say, our friend Hilara needs your attention, Siri. If you would please do what you can to bring them back from whatever it is that's surging through their veins.
Well, let's get you all healed up then first. How shall we? Take a rest in the temple.
I'm going to gather the head up of Inez and put it back in the sack, because my intent is to return that to Kaz at some point.
Okay. Siri and Ruskin have some words, and Ruskin starts telling the people that are just taking shelter in the temple that it's safe to go back home. And so as you guys enter, families are leaving and going back to their homes, and what is left are the people, the Travanter family, that all appear to be ill with the plague now, and they are sort of being kept in one of the back rooms, being cared for. And you note that there's been that family, the other families go home, and you all are provided healing. And Siri speaks with Hilara at length, and comes back to you and says, your friend has suffered quite a trauma. I don't believe there's anything wrong with her now, other than that she was bitten. She was a thrall of Inez, it would appear. But now that Inez has been slain, she should be back to her old self, other than, as I said, the trauma that what she's experienced.
Thank you, Siri. Is it possible that you could watch over Hilara?
Of course.
I believe it would be best for them to stay here in town. They are capable as a warrior, but I think what has happened has shaken them, and maybe our next journey could be best served without them.
Of course. That's a wise course of action, I believe.
I'm going to spend I was just going to say, when this scene comes to a close, I think I would spend a little bit of time with Hilara, just like explaining to them sort of why we're going to continue on and why they should stay here to protect the people and to gather their strength, that kind of thing.
Sure. As the rest of the day progresses, you all make ready. You get what provisions you need. And you're welcome to stay either at the inn or at the temple. There's room there for anything. But whatever you need to do today, you can do. You can get most of anything from the general store. It turns out that Siri's parents, before 3 years ago, ran the general store. They were both killed, so Siri splits her time between the general store and the Temple of Beret. So anything you need, she's the woman to see for pretty much anything in the town. And
healing potion and antidotes.
Yep.
Just in case.
Yep. She's happy.
Yeah. I do approach her and ask her, do you have anything restorative? I know we serve different gods, but do you have anything restorative that I might continue to serve my mistress as I should?
As in like a lesser restoration?
Yes.
Yes. She says those of you that were bitten by the vampire, she can cast that. She can cast lesser restoration on you that day.
Okay, excellent.
Yep. And she recommends you get a good rest, especially those of you who were bitten by Inez. She tells you have nothing to fear. She didn't have time to turn you into a thrall, nor are you going to turn into a vampire or anything like that. She does say to each of you, this is of more concern. And she points out to each of you that you have very small red blotches starting to form on you. And she says, so far, you, the Travanter family, and I hope no one else, but
we'll do what we can to find a cure for this. And I'll look over at the Travanters and say, we'll do everything we can.
You see the two kids, the family is kept in a sort of their own rooms in the back, sort of to quarantine to a certain extent. But you guys are in the same sort of area now, and you see the two, the boy and the girl, still playing, but a little bit less energy. They seem to know something's up, although you don't think they've been told what's happening. They seem to sense, like kids do, a tension in the room. And as you take your rest, as you sort through what you've acquired, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with that.
Right. Well, as if we needed any more motivation to continue our quest. Now we're slowly dying. Thank you, Jose, for that. And thanks to Scottish Jeff for hooking us up with some serious advantages during that last battle. We needed them, obviously. That was pretty close. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Right, so our party has been recovering today. They're provided healing by the Temple of Beret and Siri. On top of that, you have a few hours, obviously, before sunset and a long rest. Any information discrepancies you can probably get filled in by the different townsfolk that you have here. So if there's any questions, historically speaking, about the relationships that you've just discovered, you can talk to people in town to find out those pieces that you might be missing. And beyond that, Siri will heal you. She'll restore your hit points, lesser restoration on those who need it. She is going to scrape together what she can, but you also have the packs that you took things of value from that were stolen from adventurers by the innkeepers. And so let's each of y'all roll for what you find in those packs. Go ahead, each of you give me 2 D100 rolls. And we will start with Nima.
All right, that's a 67.
67?
Yep. And a 44.
And a 44. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Nima, write these things down. I'm going to tell you these things because you will have gotten them identified with the help of Siri and Temple of Beret. The first thing is where'd it go? Ruby of the War Mage.
Find something to write on. All right, Ruby of the War Mage.
Yes, and a potion of giant strength, hill giant strength.
Giant strength. You probably hands that potion straight over to Han. Like, here.
All right.
You might need that later on for some good punching. It's a potion of hill giant strength.
Han looks at it. Don't these have a giant fingernail floating in them?
They do, yeah, as a matter of fact.
Or toenail or something like that.
Nima was
Don't
pretty
be a
quick.
wiener. But every time she looks at you, she's like,
She was pretty quick to get rid of that potion to you.
Yeah.
must be a cousin.
That's magical stuff. As far as non-magical stuff, any sort of weapon you can think of, you can find there. Good quality but not magical, unless you roll it. Let's go to Rin next. Give me 2 D100 rolls, please, sir.
All right. The first one is going to be, I chose the wrong guys, 63.
63. All right. And then your second one?
Second one is a 33. 63 and a 33.
And a 33. All right. You pick up a potion of animal friendship.
Okay.
And an orb of direction.
Excellent.
All right. Han.
All right. What do we need? Percentage roll?
Yeah, two D100 rolls.
That's 67.
All right. Roll that again, actually. We've had that already.
Okay. 47.
47. Okay.
And 56.
56. All right. You have a potion of resistance. And a pipe of smoke monsters.
Okay. That's awesome.
All right. And Alcazar.
75 and a 15.
75. All right. And a 15. All right. You were able to find a couple of interesting items. Smoldering armor and some mithril armor.
Do you know what kind of armor specifically they are?
Let's see. The mithril shirt would be the mithril armor.
Gotcha.
There we go. And let's see, it's a mithril shirt, and the smoldering armor is leather armor.
Okay. All right. Does anybody want these armors? They look cool.
Han can't wear armor, so if
Nor
it
can
qualifies as armor, I can't wear it.
Nor can I. So,
Well,
Nima.
Yeah, I can wear heavy, light, and medium armor. Also, the Ruby of the War Mage is a spell focus that you can attach to your weapon to make your weapon your spell focus, which is something she doesn't need because as a cleric, she wears her thing. So I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to put that in the party equipment. Does that work?
might be useful for a sorcerer.
Yep. Oh, do I? Nope, I don't want to do that. Manage
Well, I
inventory.
would definitely take the chain shirt for sure.
Okay. Yeah, take it.
This pipe of smoke monsters. What does it do?
You can look it up on D&D Beyond, but I can.
Okay, all right, I will do that.
You should be able to now take it out of the party equipment if whoever wants the Ruby of the War Mage. Else we're just gonna keep it and sell it on some point because her spell focus is her approach, and she doesn't have to. But if you have to hold your spell focus, it makes it easier because now you can attach it to a weapon so that you can fight and use it as a spell focus at the same time. But I don't know how that works for sorcerers if they even have one. It's one of the classes I have not tried out yet.
Sorcerer. And we can go one more time on the table. You can pick whoever in the party wants to roll it.
Go ahead, Nima.
All right. Let's see. That's a 98.
98. Oh boy, that sounds like it might be good.
I hope so. I think it's the highest ever rolled. 100 roll.
Oh wow. All right. 98. Let's see. You find a magical weapon.
Sweet.
The greedy dragon inside, like, what did we find?
Let's see. You found a magical longsword.
Oh, nice.
How magical is it?
It's a +2 magical longsword.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's huge.
It is. Didn't do him any good at the end, but whoever
No.
carried it.
Well, either Nima or Rin should take it, probably.
She gets first dibs since you just gave me the shirt.
Yeah. That counts as a simple or martial weapon, right?
Mm-hmm. Martial.
weapon. Yep.
I mean, she loves using her war pick, but bummer. There's 1d8.
Han, what does your new pipe do? What is it?
When sorry, while smoking this pipe, you can take a magic action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a creature, such as a dragon, flump, or slod.
Nice.
The form must be small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube, and loses its shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. So it's just a sweet ass pipe.
You spend the day
That is
entertaining
cool.
the kids.
Yeah.
Nice. The temple will provide you with 3 potions of healing each.
What style of healing potion, Jose?
Just a standard potion of healing, so 2d4.
Awesome.
Plus 2. Yeah.
3 each, you said?
3 each. Yep.
Great.
And Siri gives you a look like this is contingent on you returning with a cure.
We'll do our best.
What kind of weapon is Rin using?
Right now he's got a +1 longsword.
All right. Then you can go ahead and take the +2 longsword out of the thing and just update it 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be most useful for you.
Because you're going to attack more. You're going to be more
Smitey.
Would you like the +1 in return?
Han can't use a longsword, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
How much does it do? 1d8 plus.
Yeah, it's same damage. 1d8 plus. With my strength or whatever it does, but it's 1d8 plus 1 plus strength. Or 1d10 plus.
yeah, 1d10 if two-handed.
Yep. All right. We're swapping.
All right. Excellent.
Nice, good trade.
I'm a big
All right,
winner.
you found some items. You've found probably about, we'll call it 250 gold pieces each worth of stuff, gems and whatnot within those packs that you can have Siri keep for you until you get back, or take it with you, whatever you want to do.
I will pay her. I will give her 100 of that gold to cover expenses for the potions.
She appreciates that. She said it's not necessary, but she appreciates it. And like I said, and she kind of gives you a look like, this doesn't get you out of bringing back the cure. You know that, right?
Hopefully it buys us some good grace with your god.
You can only hope.
Yeah, pick up some maps if they have it from where we're going, you know.
We have maps.
So you have maps. Ulwith has the best maps. He kept very meticulous maps. So you have a route to your destination. You know exactly where to go. And he pointed out on the map where he ran into those problems that he described in his journal. So you'll know where they are to either circumvent them or what have you, but you should be able to make good time to this sunken tower.
So who's taking the potion of hill giant strength?
I gave that to Han.
Okay, who's taking the potion of animal friendship?
It's up for grabs. I can drop it in the party inventory.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. What about the orb of direction?
It's basically a compass, but you're also welcome to have that.
I just want to know who has it.
I've got it currently, but let me put them in the party.
Maybe give it to somebody that has good survival.
Yeah, definitely.
Navigating with our maps.
Let's hope we all have good survival for this next phase of the adventure.
I only got a +2, so as long as we're not underground, you know.
Oh, actually, Han's pretty good at survival. I forgot that's a wisdom trait. So,
Bryn, did you put on the chain shirt?
I did, but it was actually less than what I currently have, and I think you guys want me to have the best possible AC.
Yeah, then
So,
I'll put that on.
I don't think you're looking for me to try to sneak around.
She wears a normal chain shirt, so we'll just.
Okay, yeah, then that'll definitely be better for you.
Yeah.
Good trade. Good trade.
So Han, you're taking the orb of direction?
yeah, sure, I could take that.
Yeah, take it out of the party equipment. What about this potion of resistance? What do we know what the resistance is?
As well, so I don't necessarily need it.
Yeah, what kind of resistance? Does it specify?
That's a good question. Roll me a D10.
Uh, 10.
Thunder.
Thunder resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to take that?
Sorry, what was that again?
Thunder resistance.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe Algazar should hold on to that. Not sure.
And you said we're getting 2 healing potions and
3
healing potions, and how many antidotes?
antidotes. She can give you a couple of those each, if you want.
I'm going to take one of the healing potions and one of the antidotes, since I used the healing potion in the fight.
Yep. All right. Let me know if there's anybody else in town you would like to speak to. Anything else in town you'd want to purchase before you head out into the Rushmores.
Yeah, Han is going to definitely buy a grappling hook.
You can do that.
And
Siri locks up the temple, runs to the general store, opens that up, sells you the grappling hook, locks up the general store, runs back to the temple.
I also, when she does so, I also buy an extra rope.
All right.
Never have too
and
much
then
rope.
didn't you say we could kind of like assemble the equivalent of a pack from the
Yep.
recovered stuff.
Yep.
So Han is going to take the equivalent of what would be a burglar's pack, if that's all right.
Cool. Yep.
And that way he can get a crowbar and a lantern, which I think might be useful.
Yep.
You know what? I think I'll do the same for an adventurer's pack if they have that in 2025.
Yep.
She'll probably see if she can exchange her light crossbow against a hand crossbow so that she can use it while she's still using her shield.
Take it.
I'm going to assemble what's the equivalent of a diplomat's pack because it includes a set of fine clothes.
Sure.
And I will buy a lantern as well.
Sweet. The diplomat's pack, it's got the latest Kyo-ish fashion. That's what you got.
Nice. Very cool.
Val tries that on. Nima's definitely going to badger him and make fun of him for it. Just for the shits and giggles.
Of course she is.
We should probably bring a tent or something like that too, but else,
Yeah, I'm definitely buying a tent.
Well,
Is there, what's the equivalent of mosquito repellent in this place?
Some citronella oil is what she can give you.
All right.
What she's got.
I'm definitely getting as much of that as she can handle, providing me. Backpack. And a tarp and a bedroll. And then I should be good to go. Can we get some hardtack rations as well?
Yeah, you've got a big supply of that at the now abandoned inn.
Maybe a couple of wine flasks.
Yeah, easy to find.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bedroll, tarp.
It looks to be that Ulwith, according to his notes and according to the stories he's told you, and the maps mark them out as well, he has hunting shelters, adventuring shelters that he's built throughout the Rushmores, and they're just like little peat huts that he would build while he was out for weeks or months at a time. So you know where those are on the map, and they should be plenty to keep you sheltered on the way to this place.
All right. I have a pretty sweet map scroll case, so I can keep the maps inside there to keep them safe.
Sweet. All right. If that is all, then we will take your long rest and see you off in the morning. You wake up the next morning, take stock of yourselves. Your little red blotches, are they slightly bigger, or is it just your imagination? You can't tell, but do you feel a little scratchy throat, or is that just your imagination? Hard to say. But you get all your new gear together. You say your goodbyes. The Trevanter family is trying to hold it together, and the parents sort of see you off with a pleading look in their eyes to save their children, and you head off into the Rushmores, or rather leave the town of Orlane behind. After about the first half day of travel, you pass through rolling pastoral hills outside of the town. As you get further away, it starts to get a little bit more misty. The ground gives way to more peat-like landscape. The Rushmores are colder. The ever-present fog diffuses the sunlight to a muted gray haze. The moors are a treeless, spongy landscape filled with mazes of rushes, moss, and other low-growing plants, all of it riddled with winding bogs, rocky outcroppings, ravines, and the occasional hill. with the maps and the warnings that you have, you are able to make this trek that you think if you didn't know where you were going, this would take you, so much longer. But luckily, Ulvis maps are going to hold you in good stead, and you're going to make good time. After the first day of travel, you find one of his huts exactly where he's marked it on the map. It's dry inside. You can make a fire, keep yourselves warm, and the night goes by uneventfully. According to his maps and his notes, it should take you 5 days to get to this ruin that he found. You travel a second day. Again, the moors stretch on as far as the eye can see, which at some parts of the day is not very far due to the mists. You see very little in the way of wildlife, but every once in a while you'll see a bird flying overhead and something scurrying off in one of the low-lying bushes. You note as you travel, the bogs give off this sort of acrid scent as you go further in. The further in you go, the more bog-like the place gets. Whereas before it was mostly spongy peat underneath your feet, it's starting to become more filled with winding bogs where you have to hop from one island to the next to clear the land. And at some point you hope that won't happen, but at some point you might have to take go through the water. The second day passes. Again, no problem. You found his peat hut exactly where it is marked on the tent. You were able to stay there with no problem. The third day goes by uneventful. You find his third peat hut for a third day of travel. Again, no problem. Give me a survival check, everybody.
Everybody. All right.
Everybody. Uh-oh.
A grand total of 9.
Sweet.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
Or is it 22?
I got a nat 22.
Nice.
That's a total of 25 for on.
Sweet. Algazar?
17.
17. All right.
Rock must the ground must be rocky here.
Rin falls into a bog and you guys have to pull
You
it up.
found the rocky footing, but Rin, you do slip, and some of you goes into this bog. It's like 1 second you're walking on semi sort of squishy land, and then suddenly you step into nothing. You just plunge right into a bog. Give me a reflex save, please.
All right, will do. Saves. It's not working, so we're going to do this the old-fashioned way.
Old-fashioned.
All right, so I have got a grand total of 15.
15. All right. You only take 2 points of damage as you are, but towards the end of the third day, you're traveling. You're about. You don't think you're that too far away from the hut when this happens, and you go in about almost chest deep. Like suddenly, you took that step and it's that deep, and as you get out while your companions help you get out of this bog, you note that it smells very acrid and it's eating your skin away. Like you're suddenly your skin is red. The soil and the water here is very acidic. You are
I'm going to
you're
use
able to-
prestidigitation to clean that off as quickly as possible.
Sure. Yeah, it could have been worse, but you were able to get him out fairly quickly. with
Let's
a
not do that again, Rin.
Han, with a 25 survival with your nat 20, you think that the bogs are acidic by nature, but there seem to be spots in the Rushmores that are beyond off the scale. Like there's no
Mhm.
you've never seen a bog this acidic before. This is crazy pants. And nothing is going to be drinking this water or living in this area. In fact, the further you get, the less wildlife you see, even though this as sparse as it was before, you see even less. The air just doesn't hurt to breathe, but it's not pleasant to breathe. And you think that there are bogs like this that your companion just fell into, that could probably, if he stayed in there long enough, would eat his skin right off.
Okay. I'll be sure to warn people off.
In my armor, thank Alcazar profusely, and I start watching where the others are stepping, since I'm clearly not as well versed in this travel.
With that, after that little boo boo and the good rolls on the survival, you're able to make it the rest of the day to the shelter, no problem. The fourth day, you take off, and it is got some weather rolling in. Yeah,
I was just gonna say, if there's time that night, I would like to take that Kioish clothing and cut some large pieces from it and fashion kind of like bandana like masks that we can wear over our nose and mouth to give us a little bit. I know it's not going to be a huge protective barrier, but at least it'll give us some maybe reprieve from the fumes.
Sure. Go ahead and somebody roll me a D100, please.
I got it. 22.
All right. It's just overcast this day. The fourth day goes smoother than the third. Nobody falls into any bogs. You know what to look out for between with notes. You don't see any of those mists that he mentioned so far, which is good for you. And you spend the fourth night, on another one of his peat huts. All right, give me another D100 roll if you would, Dave.
All right.
Or anybody else who wants to.
I got it. 2.
All right. The fourth day is very clear. You make your way. It's still sort of diffuse, but the fog is much higher. You can see much further than you have before. And you are approaching. You find his hut, no problem. As you're getting ready to leave on the fifth day, you step out of the hut, and go ahead and give me a D100 roll again.
All right. 25.
All right. Is pretty overcast, but beyond that, you seem to have avoided the worst of what he's described in his journal. It is overcast. There is still a mist. The mist is, even though some days are clearer than others, in aggregate, the further you've gotten into the Rushmores, the harder it is to see what's up ahead. The visibility is just pretty bad. The mist is ever present. Even though it doesn't seem to be trying to suck your blood, it is obscuring your vision. And as you're walking along, following the landmarks in the trail that is marked out on this map, go ahead and give me a perception check, everybody.
Perception.
13.
22 with a natural 20.
Nice.
Heyo.
13.
All right, nat 20.
Sorry, 23.
23.
First. Yeah.
You and Rin notice a couple of through the fog, sort of off to your right, or off to your left, actually. You notice two figures that seem to be just standing there, looking in your direction. You can't tell. They're sort of obscured by the fog, but you can see a couple of outlines.
Over there. You see them? He's just going to make sure to point them out to everybody.
What is it?
Looks like two people.
Rin dons his helm and pulls his sword. I think we should just go out and greet them.
Yeah, Han
Alright.
will pull his blowgun out from his pack.
I'm just going to raise my arm to sort of like gesture towards them
Okay.
without a weapon.
All right.
Do they respond?
You gesture in their general direction. You see one of them raise their hand.
Perhaps they're friendly.
I salute them.
Do they look like human size or do they look like furball size?
They look about human size.
They may be friendly, but we should be cautious. But I agree, Rin. I think approaching, they may have some knowledge, or perhaps they are agents of Cass, in which case we capture them or kill them and try to gain some knowledge from them the hard way. What do you think?
I agree. I'll leave my sword unsheathed, but I will keep it lowered.
Can we
Let's see who they are.
make our way towards them
Yeah, it's a
without
little-
much difficulty?
It's a little bit off the path it's marked, but yeah, you can make it. You can make it to them. You get closer. You approach them. They don't seem to be retreating or advancing. They're just sort of standing there watching you as you approach. And as you get closer, you can make out that they are, even though it's chilly in the Rushmores, especially the further you've gone into them, these two appear to be full-blooded Flan humans, dark, swarthy skin, dark eyes, dark hair, with tattoos. The left hand, they're from here down, is tattooed with a blue, and their left eye is also tattooed over. It's kind of like in a starburst shape. And it is a man and a woman, both dressed in simple, looks to be probably linen, field dress, and the man is bare-chested, and they both look. He has his hair is cut into a mohawk style, and the woman's hair is braided back, and they both look very fit, like they are like they live off the land. They live here.
But we know if they're from the Blood Buzzard tribe.
Roll me a history check.
Since that was mentioned in the
Yeah.
in the
Good looking
journal.
out.
I would
Forgot
probably
about
not
that.
remember because I rolled a 12, but maybe somebody else will.
No, that's enough. It was mentioned in in his journal, and you've talked to Ulrich before. He's mentioned that there are Flan amongst the monsterish tribes that live in the Rushmores. Human tribes also live in the Rushmores, specifically Flan tribes, almost pure-blooded Flan tribes that never took up any civilized, quote unquote civilized ways. They live nomadically within the Rushmores and then don't really leave. But you see them both. They both have the same. They have the identical tattoos on the hands and over their left eye.
Definitely share that with the others.
You
and
think
then
You think they could be, according to where he wrote down that he encountered the Blood Buzzard tribe. This seems about to be about the same region that occurred.
Yes, maybe they know something because Rick said that in the journal said that they warned them off a certain direction. So maybe they have some information for us.
Right. Well, you approach them; they're just sort of staring at you.
Yeah.
No, I'm having trouble figuring out where I wrote it down, but I'm pretty sure I created Han as being Flan in like Descent.
I have him down as Sewell.
Oh, okay, all right. Then I got them mixed up. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Do I know any of the traditional greetings of the Flan?
Do you speak Draconic?
No, I do not.
Do you speak Flan?
Nope.
All right. Give me a history check then.
I'm going to use my advantage from Scottish Jeff.
Okay.
It's a 12.
All right. Yeah, you can. Oh, you learned that from Ulwith. That was probably in his journals or when you chatted with him last. He has had some encounters with some of the tribes here in the Rushmores. So much, obviously, since he knows their names of the tribes, and so yeah, you could probably do a
probably
greeting.
not perfect in terms of like the accentuation or but I'll do my best to do a Flan greeting.
Yeah, you sitting there thinking back to a time you were sharing a beer with him, probably the previous time you saw him, where he told you this and sort of recollect how to do it. And they look at you and they say something in Flan back to you.
I will ask them in common. Do you speak the common tongue?
The one of them turns to the other one and she puts a salve on her lips. Says, "You speak common tongue. We now speak too."
Very good. Thank you for revealing yourselves to us. We are not from this place, as you can plainly see, and I'll sort of like gesture towards my companions. We are friends of an explorer who has spent some time amongst your people. I'll describe Ulwith in physical description and then say his name, which they may or may not know.
Ulwith, yes, we know him.
Oh, well, good. We are here because of his recent explorations in this place. I regret to inform you that he has passed on. He has died.
He has died because he entered the tower.
Yes. He has died because he has entered the tower, and now because of his foolishness, there are others whose lives are in jeopardy in Orlane. Young children who are in jeopardy. And we are here to do whatever we can to find some sort of remedy to this sickness that he has brought back to the town.
We have no remedy for you. They just stoically look at you and tell you that.
Yes. Nor would you be under any sort of obligation to share it with us if you did. It is the foolishness of adventurers that has brought this upon the people. But we are not fools, and we know how dangerous this place is to those who are unfamiliar, to those who would seek out to find things that should be left hidden. This tower you speak of.
It has remained hidden for millennia.
Until now.
Till now. You will find naught but death in that place. But we will not stop you. However, he sort of looks back in the direction that their backs are facing. And say, do not travel in that direction.
Understood.
Han will make note of that direction just because he's fairly good
Sort of to the
at
south.
survival.
And plus you got that globe now.
He's just kind of sitting behind Algazar smoking his pipe.
It's to the southeast is the way that he he smokes his pipe.
Okay.
And the tower is which way?
It's sort of more straight south.
There are others, we believe, who seek this tower for evil reasons. There was one named Cass, the bloody-handed.
Their eyes narrow when they hear that name.
Can Han pick up, like, is it suspicion or
Give me an insight check.
what kind of look are they giving us? That's a 12 for insight. That would be, plus 5. 17.
17. Maybe suspicion. More of you think that is like a bad word, basically. Not good associations with that word.
Han has been blowing smoke from his pipe and forming white cranes, kind of like walking through the swamp water. And just to kind of convey that he kind of understood their look, he's just gonna, after the name was said, he's just gonna like spit like over his shoulder, kind of dismissively.
Nice. They take note of that gesture. They say, "What do you know of Cass?"
We know that this one has agents afield, perhaps looking for the tower with evil intent. Our intent is to ensure that whatever is in that tower does not fall into the wrong hands.
Then why would you go there?
But we also believe that to hold within perhaps a remedy for this illness that has stricken the people.
As we
Han will
said,
ask if have you heard of this sickness that people get from the tower?
what sickness?
He'll kind of describe the symptoms, the red blotches,
You've been traveling for 4 days. Your red blotches are pretty visible at this point.
Han will just like pull a sleeve from his cloak and show him.
They'll take a step back. You look for a cure for your ailment.
Not just ours, many others are in danger as well.
Yes, the children. Say, you are more likely to find nothing but death in that place, but perhaps you will find what you are looking for. We know nothing that could help you in this regard.
We'll
But
find
that,
Behind us,
if that came
death
from
behind
that,
us and death in front of us.
says if that came from that tower, then it is befouled with the necromancy.
Well, we will not bother you any longer than we need. We appreciate your information. Have there been others that you've seen recently in search of this tower?
Only Ulwith and his companions, who did not return with him.
This is good. Perhaps we are ahead of the others then, that might be seeking this place.
You think they're rolling insight on you as they sort of stare at you. And they nod their heads. Said, "You do what you will."
And
Says,
you.
"Except do not travel to the southeast." He points in the direction.
I will replay the flan greeting as a way of saying goodbye, and then just kind of turn and shrug to my companions. Is there anything else we want to ask them, or
What kind of danger lies to the southeast?
They stare at you and say, "His tower. The remains of."
that is not for us?
It is for no living being. Good fortune.
And yours.
Roll me perception, everybody, for you as you leave to continue on your trek.
9.
8.
It's a 16 for Han.
6 as a total for Ren. He was looking at his shoes.
Sweet. Yeah, making sure he didn't step in a bog again.
His helmet tilted down.
He's over there squeezing out his socks or something.
As you say your goodbyes and you start turning to make your way back to follow the map, Woolworth's map, Han, you thought you glimpsed some more figures just behind the two that you were talking to.
Like they might have been part of
part of a
they might
party.
have been part of a bigger party or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you say your goodbyes, you see the movement of those figures that were stock still a moment before start moving away. Maybe a dozen of them.
Okay.
That we didn't make him
He'll
mad.
kind of just under his breath, he'll be like, they weren't alone. They had a party with them.
Right.
Wow.
You find
Sorry, go ahead.
you find the last hut that you should be staying in before you find the this tower that Uwith has marked on the map. The rest of your day is uneventful. You stay at the hut. The next morning, you think you should be maybe a couple hours walk from there. You take off. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll again.
All right. Uh, 79.
79.
Oh, that's
All right.
probably not so good.
All right, let's go to a new scene, shall we?
Oh,
Over, Raggy.
at least
No.
it's pretty.
Ooh. There's a map for that.
There's a map. You're walking along, and you can see what you think is that a hill maybe in the distance. According to the map, that's where it should be. But the mist, the fog is getting thicker and thicker as you move in the direction you think you're supposed to be moving.
Is it as it's described for the one where they got like lost and they got off track for a mile? Because there were multiple fogs that were described in the journal, you know.
Yeah, no. Yes, there were multiple fogs.
Because one was pink and hurt them, and one was really, really thick and they didn't really know where to go.
Mhm.
Or couldn't see a lot.
Yep. This is fairly thick stuff. It's hard to see, but it's not impossible. But But as you approach, as you get further along and towards the hill, you notice two things. You notice that the fog gets thicker. The temperature drops dramatically as you travel, and you can just barely make out a green through the fog. It's kind of eerie because you can't see the landmass, but you can see what you would imagine, given the description you read, is the top of this hillock that has sort of a green flickering light to it. You imagine that's the hillock because you can't see it in the fog, but you can see the light. So that's your beacon. So
would that be kind of like down in the south of the map, like in that direction?
Correct. You need to go south, yes, to reach it.
Han is going to just kind of nimbly like jump up on these rocks.
Sure.
And just get on this biggest one and just see if he can kind of make out a little better what that is.
Yeah, so your visibility is basically the edge of the map. And what you can make out is fog beyond that point, but you can make out the flickering light for sure. And that seems to match up with what Uwat described is this hill, what he thought was a hill with a like a green flame coming out of it, but that's all you have to go off of. If you didn't have that context, you might think this is some sort of creature, or you wouldn't know what this is necessarily. But it's higher up, so that matches what a hill would be, and it is matches the the description of the greenish light that is described by Ulwith.
It's
that's where one of the companions was lost, right?
Near here, yep.
What's that, Han?
It's Ulwith's lights he described.
We should keep moving forward, but maybe we should be careful not to disturb anything that might be watching this place, sentries and such. Are there? I'm going to look around. Are there any tracks or pathways?
Give me a survival check.
Wow, 4.
4? No, not a 1.
Anima would be Han. Can you keep an eye out for any signs of battle? Because one of the companions was lost here, and maybe we could. If there's disturbances that don't look like they're natural, maybe that's where we got to be super careful. I mean, you're the one who's pretty good at, seeing shit out in the wild.
Yeah,
but it's not wrong.
Like, give a he'll just deftly jump off this rock down to the grass next to Rin and just be like, yes, we should proceed carefully.
We need to see if we can find a safe way across, even if we have to work together.
The plan.
All right. Tell me what's on the map.
He's just going to load up his. He's going to put a dart into his blowgun and put another needle behind his ear.
Okay.
And just kind of start slinking off into the mists.
Okay.
Going forward to try to find a way ahead.
Yeah, you can see from looking up on that rock that you were on, and looking about. It looks like the direction that you were just traveling seems to be a good place to cross the boggy water part. So you can you've only got about 10 or 15 feet, maybe about 10 feet at the narrowest part, where you could cross over the boggy water. And if anybody fell in, it wouldn't be it'd be fairly quick. Go ahead and give me about there.
Okay. Grab my tool again here. There we go.
Nima, are you staying back there, or are you moving forward?
She's going slowly because she's going to let the others go first, so she can watch how they do it.
Sure. You get to there. Like I said, the fog is rolling in. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Everybody?
Yes, everybody. Everybody that is in the fog.
I'm so great so far.
What did we get?
16.
Oh, wow. I'm not using D&D Beyond anymore. I just rolled a natural 1 for a total of
Yeah, Han didn't roll too great either. I rolled a 6 for a total of 9.
Nice.
Oh, another natural one.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't a 6. It was a 9, so it was 12 total.
D&D Beyond is being mean today.
Mhm.
Right.
I stopped.
Who got it 14 or higher? I heard lots of low numbers here.
Nobody.
16.
I don't think.
16, Nima. All
Oh,
right.
you got to. All right.
Those of you who didn't, it literally every like 10 feet you move forward, it seems to drop a few degrees. It's getting very cold, and you think it has something to do with this fog that has rolled in. Those of you who failed your Constitution saving throw take a point of cold damage as you start getting hypothermic very quickly. Nima, you are cold, but it hasn't taken that toll on you yet. Go ahead and give me a perception check too, those of you who are everybody on the map.
I guess it makes sense since she grew up in the mountains, you know.
And then I rolled a natural 20.
Sweet.
All right, this is a 14.
Perception. It's just a 12 for Han.
And mine's a 14 as well.
All right. Algazar, you got a 20, right? Natural
20, yeah.
Nice. All right. Algazar, you are at the edge of the landmass. You're on squishy peat at the moment, and you can see the water all around you, the still water with the rushes and the reeds sticking up. And you remember the entry that was made by Ulwith because you see them. You see just under the surface faces of wrinkled bodies that are just sort of littered amongst the water. Otherwise calm looking water, but you are able to notice with your 20, you see the faces through the reeds.
I'm going to kick a rock nearby my foot into the water to obscure the water surface.
Okay. And then what?
And then I'm going to jump across.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
I don't know why I'm still rolling in D&D Beyond, but I am. 12.
Nope. Hey, that's the worst, I guess.
Not the worst. You're jumping at the narrowest little spot there. Yeah. You jump and you land about there. What's Algazar's strength?
A 12.
Okay. So you land a little bit in the bog. You splash, but you're basically there, and you look with your nat 20, which is still in effect. You've noticed what you noticed, but as you make your way across there, you notice one other thing, and that is you recognize Freda. You recognize a face. And as you land there, to your right is where you notice her face right underneath the water. And as you notice that, her eyes pop open and she rises out of the water. Roll me initiative, please.
Oh, nice.
And just for the record, I bought a set of traveling like knee-high boots in town, like muck boots. I'm not wearing my fancy boots right now.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear.
Not the ones that are double stitched? Those are my favorite boots.
No. I left those in the with my fancy clothes.
That's wise when you're going
back
through the
at
bog.
the temple.
Those are the nice boots.
No. Definitely got my bog gear on. 17.
Sweet.
Oh,
And
nat 20.
12.
We're rolling a lot of 20s tonight outside of
11,
combat.
sorry.
Some of us are.
21.
All right. 11. I put it into owlbear.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead and put yourselves into owlbear.
What is my okay?
What's
Right. What'd you get, Rin?
I got a 21.
21.
Oh, Freda.
I'm gonna put that in. Put it in for you. Boom, 21. All right, Han. Looks like you go first.
Yeah, Han seeing this, I don't know. I don't think he would have known Freda. Fairly certain. Like he didn't know Olwith for probably as long as
Yeah, you probably didn't know Freda.
Algazar.
Yep.
He just sees this creature rising from the bog. So
You see a woman's body dressed in adventuring gear, but her face is wrinkled and sunken, and she rises out of the water in Algazar, looking towards Algazar.
yeah, he has been traveling with his blowgun out, so he's just gonna kind of just fling this thing out from under his cloak and fire off a needle at Bog Freda.
Okay. Do it up.
That is not good at all. Let me see. Yeah, that's just an 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
All right. For his bonus action, he's going to let me just double check that. Yeah, he's going to take the dash action.
Okay.
Can he try to jump across with that movement?
Yeah, you can do a standing broad jump. Go ahead, give me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
Are you trying to land next to Algazar or next to Freda?
Yeah, just maybe like between them. Yeah. That was I rolled a 13 plus 4, 17.
Yep. You can land right there if you want to.
Okay, yeah. He's just gonna like boom, right on the other side of the shore line there, and just kind of trying to keep any kind of
You sink about 4 inches into the spongy peat, but you're able to land without falling over. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
That's it for me.
All right. Rin.
So Rin's going to come over to this rock and going to try to take a flying leap with his sword, two-handed, try to hit as he crosses to try to hit Bog Freda.
Excellent. Give me an athletics check and an attack roll, please.
He's still going to end up in the bog. Oh, natural 20. So he actually made it across.
Nice. Yeah, you can land wherever you want.
And a 21 to hit.
Nice. That is a hit.
And he's going to do 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. All right. Nice. Is that with your with the magical longsword?
That's with the +2 longsword with 2 hands.
All right. You hit it with that sword. Roll me an additional 2d6, please.
All right, excellent. So another 3 points of damage.
All right.
I'm just so surprised I didn't land a face first above.
All right, you landed just fine on the wherever you. Yeah, you basically you got to land like right next to her. But
It's the hat.
You're on the land. You're next to this bog creature, and when you drew that sword, it without you doing anything, it seemed to glow like a bluish glow, and you hit it, and this creature took more damage than you thought. All right, that was Rin. Anything else, Rin?
That's gonna be all. He's gonna count his blessings and stop right
All
here.
right. Alcazar.
I'm gonna look around. Are there any more of these creatures emerging from the waters?
Give me a perception check. You could do that with advantage since you've seen where they lie already with your nat 20 from before.
Oh, good. So I'll go with the 6.
6, sweet. You see the same faces you saw before. They don't appear to be moving at this point.
Okay.
But that's what you're able to glimpse.
right.
The fog is getting thicker, so it's hard to say beyond, maybe 15, 20 feet.
All right. I'm gonna pull myself fully out of the water and get onto dry land here.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast Mage Armor, and that's my turn.
All right. Nima.
He's gonna go move over to the edge and try and jump over. Athletics, right?
Athletics, yes.
That's a 13.
13, yep. You're able to get a little splash on your boot, but you're fine.
He has a +5 on athletics, and still every time.
It's you and water. You're not big on water. All right. What else? Do anything else? Now, where you crossed, it's fairly shallow. It's maybe only a couple of feet deep. You can see the bottom in at certain places. But still, you're pretty sure you didn't want to get in the water.
Yeah. She will probably keep moving. She probably had a running start, jumped over.
Sure. Yeah.
Over here, and then she's gonna try and use Sacred Flame.
Yeah, do it up.
And they must succeed on a dexterity saving throw 12.
Nope, failed.
All right, then they take 1d8 radiant damage. 8. Nope, that's a 10. Nope, that's a 20. Here we go. Oh, that's an 8. Oh,
nice.
So 8. 8
All
radiant damage.
Excellent.
You probably just run, jump, splash,
fire. Those of you next to Bog Freda feel a nice heat for a split second, but then it goes back to numbing cold. Bog Freda is surrounded by a paladin and a monk. She, what you assume, if you knew Frida, you knew it's a she, but it's hard to say in her current state. And she takes a swipe at the paladin. Two swipes, actually. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. All right. Takes 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 3 acid damage.
Okay.
And give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. This is where I shine.
That doesn't sound good.
Hey, not bad. 20.
All right, you're good. It doesn't really. Its eyes are hard to see, but somehow you sense it looking at you, and it doesn't feel good. But you suffer no ill effects other than just not feeling good. All right, back to Han.
Han is just going to shift this way real quick and kind of give this spinning flourish, and just kind of out from under his cloak comes his staff and just kind of bring it down across Freda's face. Hopefully.
Okay. Smack.
That was a 2. So total of 8.
I will not hit.
Oh no.
I guess he just barely misses her. And then just frustrated, he's gonna kind of just just try to kick her right square in the chest.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Do it.
Part of this bonus action is a shove.
Okay. Excellent.
So if I hit once per turn, if I hit a creature with a unarmed strike, I deal the damage and also push it 5 feet away. So he's trying to like kick it into the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's better. 15 plus 6, I believe.
That is a hit.
Yeah, so that'd be a 1d6. Oh, only a 2. So it's a total of 6 bludgeoning, and then she gets pushed back 5 feet.
All right. 6 bludgeoning. And what'd you get to hit?
Oh, it was like a 15
Plus 6. You said.
plus 6, was it? I rolled a 15. Yeah, so that'd be a 21.
All right. She is all right.
So I was kind of like planning on pushing her that way.
Yeah,
Is that all right?
yeah, and that's what
Okay.
happens. Actually, you kick her. I had her roll a dexterity saving throw to keep her footing, because it's basically being pushed into a bog, and it's not the best footing underneath. She falls backwards into the water. You see her just completely get submerged in a couple feet of water. But she is still moving, you think. But what you notice as soon as that happens is you see other heads start popping out of the bog.
I think we
And-
should take the greater part of valor.
Shit.
And now you are on the other side where you're supposed to be. The tower is along that path. Do you go to the hill, or do you stay?
Yeah.
Well, Han, I still have my movement, so Han is definitely gonna like start moving up here back to like where the trail is.
Excellent.
Gonna be up
All right.
here on some
there are-
dry land.
Beyond the ones you can see on the map, you hear some more dripping, as if water's falling off of bodies that are rising, sort of further off, but blocked by the fog. You can barely see just silhouettes, and you can definitely hear them. But you all take off towards the hillock.
Running
Is that
retreat.
what I'm hearing?
Here's
yeah,
his friends.
Was that?
not me. I'm going to. Freda was a friend of mine, and so I am going to unleash a sorceress burst with using lightning damage, with the hope that it's amplified by the
Water?
murky water
Dig it.
around this area. Because I gotta put Freda down. I'm not gonna let zombie Freda wander around. That's not very respectful to my friend. So I'm gonna see if I can hit him with this attack. I am not rolling in D&D Beyond anymore.
All right.
Let's see. This
Betrayed us
is
too often
a-
today.
Okay. That is a 17.
That hits.
Okay. And that is a D8. 7 points of damage. Electrical.
7 points of
Or
damage.
lightning. Sorry. Lightning damage.
Yes. All right. And she is not immune to any of that. All right. What happens? You tell me what happens.
I just look and say, I'm so sorry, Freda. And as I kind of push my hand forward, this lightning bolt sort of emerges and it just shoots across like a bullet and hits the water right in front of them, kind of at their waist. I don't know how deep the water is, but hits them
Too
right
deep.
around there. Yeah, and just illuminates and crackles with energy, and they just fall back into the water with a splash.
Yep. She falls back into the water and sinks below as other figures shamble towards you, taking up her intent.
Time to
And
go. turn to whoever's nearest me and just be like, "It's time to go."
Yep.
And start following
You
Han.
run off the map. Yep.
Ren
Following
pulls up
Han.
the rear and just tells them, back fiends, unless you want to, find your souls with your bodies back in Weejow's embrace. And I just kind of like trail about 10 feet behind everybody else and just kind of, back away and make sure they're not moving quickly towards us.
They're not moving quickly at all. And they seem to sort of, if not stop, they seem to slow down as they approach the land. But you all using the green light at the top of this hillock as your beacon, you might, as you flee up the hill, you might trip on a rock or two. But for the most part, the land gets firmer, and you make it to the top of the hill. You can see signs of where Ulwith and his companions, or at least Ulwith and Gwenders, made camp and you can see the rope is still dangling from this portion of a dome tower that sticks out of this hillock. And from within the tower is where this green light is coming out of. And as you get closer to it, you can see that they have opened up. It looks like they cracked open the dome further enough for them to fit through. And Gwender's tied off a tied off rope at the top here that goes down a few stories into the interior of this tower, in the center of which, illuminated by the green light, you see a statue of what can only be Vecna, standing with a staff in hand, standing 5 stories tall, a bit at an angle, with balconies surrounding him, at least 5 stories worth, and you can't see his feet because they are submerged in bog water. And you can hear the moans subside beneath you, and the green light flickers invitingly, and that is where we will leave off for next time.
Invitingly.
Yeah. So inviting.
I like it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Amazing. That was awesome, Jose. Great.
Thank
I
you.
love those flan tribesmen that we ran into. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was a very, very, very thematically awesome scene. All right. Well, we didn't die, so that's good. Probably largely due to Scottish Jeff's generosity with our advantages. Thank you, Jeff, so
Thanks,
much.
Jeff, I guess.
Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. Stick around for another minute or so. We'll raid into some friends. We'll find somebody here to raid. But before we do that, let's go around the table and say some goodbyes. If you've got anything you want to plug or projects, go for it. Let's start with Vivi.
Hi, I'm Vivi of Vivacia. Find me on Blue Sky as Vivacia or on Discord as Vivacia. And tomorrow I am playing on Nerds with Dice. We're playing Free Shot of Vessen. We're still raising money for the Home Months for Feeding America. And it's going to be very, very interesting because we're actually in an abbey that used to host like royals, but we found like hidden shit, and there's an orchard, and there's tree faces, and there's the green man, and it's creepy. So if you want to watch something creepy, join us tomorrow night for the second of 3 games on Nerds with Dice, 8 p.m. EST.
Nice.
Thanks, Vivi, and thanks for continuing the fight against hunger. Appreciate you for that. Let's go next to Bart.
Hi, so Alien Anti-Hero Bart. You will find me any Sunday you want to look for me on GaryCon Live. 4 p.m. Eastern is when we play. I'm glad I was able to provide like a representation of the plague we're all catching tonight. Thank you very much, Jose, for an excellent game. As for a plug, the 21st, we're doing our Christmas special on GaryCon Live. If you want to see zombies in the snow, come check us out.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Bart.
Nice.
Glad you made it. You did great. You held it together. Next, we'll jump over to Andy.
Hey, everybody. Andy is my name. Andy G3D here on Twitch and other places around the internet. Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, I will be back this next Tuesday, right, to play Han once more. And then we have some fun and exciting games coming up in the new year. So be sure to check out our channel here at Guild Superior. And in the meantime, come and visit us over on Discord.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. And Jose, last but not least, certainly, thank you so much for putting this all together and this creepy, awesome, curse-riddled adventure that we've been on.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for hosting, Dave. I really appreciate the work you put in behind the scenes to make this happen.
My pleasure.
I'm on the internet somewhat, but mostly I'm working on a project, the Realms Bound project. You can find the little link in the chat. It's a collaboration with Ed Greenwood, and it's multi-year collaboration, putting out multiple books covering various regions of the Forgotten Realms, which I am writing for and illustrating a lot of. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also doing some art for New of Arden when I can in there for an adventure that's upcoming. So that's exciting as well. So yeah, that's been keeping me busy, and that's me. I guess we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah! Can't wait to figure out what's going to kill us inside this this strange tower.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for
Statue
hanging
of
out with
Vecna.
us. Yeah, and it'll be fine,
Ominous.
right? It'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Worry about it.
It's a tourist
Thanks
site.
for hanging out, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday. Appreciate you all very much. Later.